Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to cry. You can't fool me again.
But you go to feed the money, what you at you, in no at you. Covid money, miss away either you look or at you. You say you the money, miss the most amount of statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take this bit of money, girl, and say that is not you. On the head, the man above and up, him not got a better. But it in the kitchen, some of my bell like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption please.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and I resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say big up a and all of the giver. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The urgent the promises none of them can deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in a whatever. Them a bowl only and they like them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them smell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start that thief for themselves.
It burn me.
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the sun man.
It burn me.
How them a treat this man?
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man?
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone?
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Ah, Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him a throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make God what I seen him. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part. can sell out Rasta, can't sell it out. I sell out Babylon. Big man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta. I sell out. I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man show one stone, and it bring a bad.
Christina. Revivalist coming up. Andrew Holness lies like a cheating man. Women do lie too, but the difference between women and men lying, women remember all fine details of the lie, and it's just one lie from the first lie to the last lie. It's just one lie. In the case of a cheating man, the lie changes based on date, time, place, and audience. It is the way Andrew Holness lie. My mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, one boardroom, bedroom house, two boardroom, bedroom house. The lie changes based on the date, time, place, and audience. But the bare fierceness of the Prime Minister's lies, I mean, it's getting far beyond the pale now, as if, yes, we realize that a sector of who Andrew Holness appeals to cannot see when or hear when the Prime Minister is lying. But there are others of us Jamaicans out here that does listen to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister tap tickle me. Tickle me here or tickle me there, Prime Minister. Will not earn you a vote at the ballot. After suffering the nation, having us living on CARES benefits and spoils for 8.5 or good enough for 9 years, no amount of tickling the electorate is going to gain you any vote at the poll, nor will it show the nation that Andrew Holness has done something. Good morning and welcome to Global TV, to your program At a Glance. Thank you all for joining us. I was so tired yesterday. I will tell you why. Because, I was tired. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Prime Minister, ringing the bell and presenting your manifesto. The sad thing about your manifesto, Prime Minister, or indeed a copy festo is what it turned out to be. Nobody now really talk about no highlights from it. The only highlights I'm hearing from the Prime Minister's manifesto, which I did not listen to, is the stealing of Golden's policy. Barring that, but Mark Golden juked them with the 3.5 and the 3.5. The whole bucket. The whole bucket turn over upon Andrew Holness. Juke them with the 3.5, I would call this. What a shebang. Andrew Holness, you can't wiggle yourself out of this, Because there were many Jamaicans, Andrew Holness, and we will get to that later, who vote for your 1.5. Imagine the plethora of people queuing up to vote for the 3.5. All of those and more, Prime Minister, who voted for the 1.5, the 3.5 is so much more attractive. How are you going to whittle yourself? At least Mark Golden hide the last page and book. Cover the last page with your hands so like what we do in a school to prevent the copy takers. Because you don't come with one psychedelic move, to outdo the 3.5 because we know you're good. But then again, you have to think. At one point, I used to think, if it's not bolted down, the Prime Minister and Darrell Vaz will steal it. But at this point, given how bare face of a thief the Prime Minister is, then even if it's bolted down and you turn up over it and watch it, Andrew Holness is still going to steal it. It's within the Prime Minister's nature. I told you of the Prime Minister and those goats in Spanish Town who used to fight you over your shopping bag. That's how bare-faced of a thief that Andrew Holness is. Morning, everybody. Morning. Me say the 2 nights, remember me weekend rest what me normally have turn into 2 late night thingy where me never go to bed till 5 o'clock in the morning. And then me get up yesterday all day, have to be editing the videos from the Central Jamaica rally because there was so much music copyright. So the videos were blocked globally until I cut out some of the music that they don't even allow you to play it. Your video is being blocked. Your video get blocked. So I spent a lot of time editing those 3 channels yesterday, and I was just tired. I honestly was just tired. So I needed the rest last night. Debbie Jervis, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, everyone. Annie, good morning. Beverly, good morning. Good morning, Marcia Thomas, Sharon Bernard, Gloria Morris, Yvonne Johnson, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Sunshine, good morning. Good morning. Elga Fletcher, good morning. Norman Ferguson, Willie Dunn, good morning. Yvonne Riley, Michael Nipper, good morning. 1, 2, 3. Matthew, God bless. Good morning. Abinasa Cody, good morning. Good morning. Sophia Hall, good morning. Real Sweet, good morning. RJ, good morning. Catherine Hypeness, morning. Violet Watson, Eugene Brown, Barbara Simpson, Jamrack 8766, Carlene Richards, Monica Wills, good morning. Carl Roberts, good morning. Annie Jones, good morning. Mr. Coolin Deadly, good morning. Welcome, good morning. Who else is here? Colleen Daphne Jackson, good morning. Ladybug, Grace Linton, Agency Java 5, veteran. Miss Kenisha, good morning, and welcome to Global TV. How are you doing? Welcome. Opal Watson, good morning. Michael Baker, Robert Honeywell, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Sheena Kelly, good morning, good morning. Let me see, TM Rose, good morning. Good morning. Sharon Bernard, good morning. Don Fox, Judy Roberts, good morning. Vernie Perkins, good morning. True Love, good morning. Colin, good morning, everyone. Joy Reynolds, good morning. Gloria Taylor, TikTok, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Top up the live, please. Colleen, Marcia Wills, Kevin Thomas, 8176, Instanani, Hamad, Debbie, Comrade Dainty, Fast Star. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Patricia Matthews, good morning and welcome. The only highlights, because we're not going to spend it much time on the Prime Minister's disgrace, but the Prime Minister has become a disgrace. And one thing Jamaicans love to talk about is a good old disgrace, which our Prime Minister has become. Only be a face, only thieves to be a face. I mean, thief normally hide, thief normally come in at the dead of night, thief normally come when people now look. Prime Minister, you were fully aware that the nation eye was all over you, waiting to see what you were stealing from Mark Golden Manifesto. And you really come with it for true? But you need to come at the front of the class and go to the chalkboard, Marcia Gale, morning, and point to us, Prime Minister, where you're running a rent-to-own policy. The most we see you do on housing for poor people, Prime Minister, is cutting ribbon and stealing poor people's land. Because you've spent so much time, Shani Morning, giving yourself the glory out of social housing. Something that you weren't even and not even doing properly. Something that you have wasted, Prime Minister. A lot of time and money. Where is the rent-to-own that you're currently operating? Point to it so we can see and that we can go access it in the last few days. Rose, good morning. Point to it, because this is what irritates me about this election cycle. The rest of them Prime Minister, don't know, so we did very dunce. The Jamaica electorate, the Jamaica populace Prime Minister, we did very dunce, Suzette Williams, and starved of information post this election cycle, or pre or post, confuse me. We were starved of information. We just go with the bread and butter. We just go with the whole thing. We just go with my party that. This election, Prime Minister, is different. The plethora of information, the different voices out there informing and educating the people. So it irritates me when the Prime Minister stand up in front of it, a Prime Minister who walked across 2 graduation stages, receiving an honorary degree and receiving a professional degree. And you still attack like a Bustamante. You still attack to it like Bustamante. Not that you don't like Bustamante, mind you. You still think we don't like the Bustamante generation. That is what is irritating about this Prime Minister when he speaks to us with no form of respect. No form of respect to us. We have not elevated educationally, blessed child morning. When this Prime Minister speaks to us, he speaks to us in a way where he's telling us that education-wise, you have not elevated. So I have to talk to you in a way where It show respect to or shows that people we can think for ourselves. Or it can show us, Prime Minister, listen here. There's two ways that people listens. You listen with your ear, and then you listen with your mind. There's a difference how you listen with both, Lawrence Michaels. Now, when you listen with your ears, as we all say in a Jamaica, it go to one ears and come to the other. Or you just don't remember nothing about it at all. You do nothing with what you heard. As opposed to Prime Minister, when you hear with the mind, it triggers thoughts. It triggers thoughts. You hear somebody in Malaho Fort say Marky G can't walk in a Andrew shoes. That's she's correct. I wouldn't be upset with that instantly. I really wouldn't be upset, and I don't think that's a bad thing if you read it in the way labor rights speak backwardly. When labor rights speak, you have to read it in a backward way to know that he's saying Mark Golden cannot walk in Andrew's shoes. She really means that Mark Golden will never be a thief like Andrew, will never be a jackhammer like and a parliament jackhammer like Andrew, will never be a liar like Andrew, will never be a corrupt as Andrew. So she's quite correct in saying that. Somebody shift me back to my thought that listening with the mind, Prime Minister. When you listen with the mind, it triggers thoughts. Sometimes it drives people to depression, because what the mind does when you listen with the mind, Prime Minister, it triggers thought, and you either start to pull the thing apart, or you either start to build the thing to get a broader and clearer picture of it. I'll see you morning. And you're still speaking to us in that disrespectful manner to say that. But then again, Delroy Chuck the other day took a picture with a man with a loaf of bread. It was Usaid Andrew Holness. That was the time, Josette Williams, I jumped off the Jamaica Labour Party. When Andrew Holness, for those who don't know when we left Labour Party, and when we step away from supporting the Labour Party, when Andrew Holness took taxpayers' money and print green HTB bond paper, this was when I say, I cannot support this. From then, I have not supported the Jamaica Labour Party in no way, shape, or form. Given that I am a socialist, I'm a people's person, I'm a freedom fighter, I'm an educator, imparting knowledge, then I can't support the Jamaica Labour Party. Because what I would have to do is to retrain myself to be very dunce, hypocritical, and downright fool. Because some supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party takes Andrew Holness' disrespectful and cunning lie, hook, line, and sinker. Dangerous for the nation. But Andrew Holness, I'm going to read like an idiot. You know, an idiot, if you can read like an idiot, you can just pick up a book and just turn the page and start read from the middle of the book, and you'll get the entire story. But you have to learn to read like an idiot, Prime Minister. Dr. Mikey Abrahams wrote an article, and I'm not going to read from the top. I'm going to read like an idiot this morning. I'm going to read from the middle of the article, Andrew Holness. For instance, there is the issue of absence of impeachment legislation. Impeachment referred to the process of being charged against government officials, of bringing charge against government officials for wrongdoing. One of Prime Minister's Andrew Holness' first 100-day promise prior to his 2016 election campaign was to retable an impeachment bill if he were elected. Holness said, within the first 100 days, our government will start legislation process to institute impeachment proceedings in Parliament. This will add a new layer of protection of the Parliament to ensure that only members of unquestioned, is the key word here, Prime Minister, integrity, sit in the Parliament. However, after 9 years in office, this administration has not tabled the bill. Despite the party 2020 manifesto stating that it would do so if returned to office. So that was the second time the Prime Minister promised that. In fact, opposition leader Mark Golding tabled an impeachment bill in April of 2021. That would be I think, a private member's bill. Or it could be possibly a private member's bill, I think. Or the opposition tabling. Could go either way, however. But the Holness administration has not allowed it to go forward. They used their majority to kill the bill. The final nail in the coffin was the Constitutional Reform Committee in 2024 report, which recommended that we not have an impeachment provision in our Constitution. So what Andrew Holness does is, rather than make impeachment law, Andrew Holness is using our Constitution to cut down impeachment. Once it's in your Constitution, then you can't do it anymore. So in the Constitution, Andrew was recommending that we have no impeachment provision in our Constitution. The Jamaica Labour Party recently published a book of achievement over its 2 terms in office. It lists one of its accomplishments as set up and fund the Integrity Commission to fight corruption in our country. Indeed, I recall Dr. Holness speaking on a political platform several years ago, stating that entities investigating corruption must be allowed to do their jobs without interference. On paper, the setting up of the Integrity Commission is a commendable accomplishment. Still, the action of the Holness administration do not reflect respect for the institution and its rules and values. For example, the IC produced a code of conduct which speaks to the 7 principles, that's the Nolan principles: selflessness, integrity, objectivity, accountability, openness, honesty, and leadership, which Andrew Holness has lacked in all areas. However, the leadership of his governing party refused to sign it. On the IC website, it states that it is an offense to file a statutory declaration late, making a false declaration, Prime Minister, or fail to provide information that is requested by the entity. In June 2024, Dwayne Vaz of the People's National Party, caretaker for Central Westmoreland, was fined for failing to submit information. And in October 2024, Manchester North Western MP Miguel Phillips was fined for submitting documents late. The IC claimed that the Prime Minister had on several occasions filed to declare some of his assets and had not provided all the requested information. Now his statutory declaration has remained uncertified for 4 long years. Elaine, good evening. How are you doing, Elaine Turner? 4 long years. How we lost track. We lost track of what we were reading Padney Ford. 4 years. And he is seeking to challenge some of the rules of the very institution his party is taking pride in setting up. Like asking the Supreme Court to strike down the law used by the Integrity Commission to probe public officials for illicit enrichment, an offense he is being investigated for, Prime Minister. More recently, Minister of Justice, a loaf of bread, Chuck, advised members of Parliament not to divulge the salary of their spouse to the Commission, even though under the Integrity Act, all parliamentarians and public officials are required to file statutory declaration disclosing the income, assets, and liability of their children and their spouse where applicable. Lord God and your wholeness, the amount Adam have a hide for you. God Almighty help us. A conscious constitution act as the rule book for governance and should be respected by all. However, that doesn't seem the case with Wholeness. In 2013, while serving as leader of the opposition, he issued a pre-signed letter of resignation to members of his Senate. And you remember the Christopher Tufton and the Arthur Williams story, which they won in court against Andrew Holness. From the time the Constitutional Court had tried Andrew Holness, long time. Hold on there, which part me there now? The Supreme Court, however, in 2015, the Supreme Court ruled that the act of issuing those letters were unconstitutional. Wholeness unreservedly apologized to the men during a church service after the ruling, but weeks later challenged the verdict at the Court of Appeal and lost. Jesus of mercy. Why were we not watching Joan Bailey? How are you? Why were we not watching Andrew Holness? Andrew Holness sweet talk Portia Simpson out of power, sweet talk the nation to put Portia Simpson out of power and destroy the nation after that. It's a deadly guy. I wish part of them. Which party in God's church go apologize? Hold on there. Then he'll challenge it in the appeal court. At the time, Delroy Chuck, then opposition MP, said, the head of the political party against whom the court has twice ruled in a constitutional matter is not fit to be a prime minister. That tells you that Delroy Chuck entrenched position is a sold out to keep him quiet. Like, all of who was against Andrew, Boulevard Baptist Church, it was, you said. All of those who was against Andrew in the leadership runoff between him and Shaw, who thought Andrew weren't fit for government, Andrew have to pay them off with a cabinet position. Andrew just leave them to destruct the country because Andrew only did go there for thief. And him never mind when nobody else had do. As long as everybody allow him for thief and nobody not call him out, then Uno can full phone bag too. That's how Andrew run the country. How Andrew Ojole tons so rich in our country. Don't mind Dr. Chang with the whole heap of gun. Don't mind the gunman. JLP won the election in 2016, but breaches of the Constitution continued. In April 2019, the Constitutional Court struck down the National Identification Registration Act, NIDS, with the Chief Justice stating that the panel was unanimous in the decision. All judges were against Andrew Holness' attack on the people. I wish part with it. Panel was unanimous, declaring NIDS was unconstitutional and rule null and void. In September 2020, the Supreme Court ruled that the month-long detention of 5 men without charges under the state of emergency instituted by the government as a crime-fighting tool, which was one of his promise, which he has never managed to deliver on, was unconstitutional. The court also ruled that the detention order issued by the Minister of National Security were unlawful, as some of the men had been held without charges or bail for up to 1 year. The refusal to table an impeachment bill, sign a code of conduct, and abide by the rules of an organization you set up to fight corruption, as well as repeated breach of our Constitution, are actions that should arouse concern in the rational Jamaicans. And these are some things that you must consider when going to the polls. I ask you, parent, the question across Jamaica. Is your child, particularly your young men, safe with Andrew Holness? Will they manage, if Andrew Holness given another 5 years, to outlive Andrew Holness 5 years? These are things that you must consider when you go to the poll. Cousin Candy is welcome. You must consider these things when you go to the polls. Because with all of what Dr. Mikey Abrahams has set out in his article, imagine you are reading from a document and some people are acting like you are making this up. Hold on there. These are the things that you must take in concern when you go to the poll. Has Andrew Holness delivered on social justice? Do you feel safe with Andrew Holness as a leader? Has Andrew Holness protected your rights? Has Andrew Holness respected your Constitution? Has Andrew Holness make cost of living better for you? There's a lot that you must ask when you go to the poll. Can Andrew Holness deliver on the lies that he copied from Mark Golden's manifesto, when Andrew Holness has 2 failed manifesto? That the same promises that Andrew Holness came with in 2015 that won the 2016 election. Andrew Holness promised the same thing again in 2020. And he won by an undemocratic landslide based on the voter turnout. He won by an undemocratic landslide where he was unchallenged legislatively in Parliament. How did Andrew use, Cousin Myrna, welcome. How did Andrew Holness use that legislative power given to him by the electorate to continue to attack our Constitution and to attack the institutions created by our Constitution and our Parliament? That's what Andrew Holness continue to do. Right now, going into the election, Andrew Holness is in a Brahman cowbull brawl with the Integrity Commission. The same Integrity Commission he lists in his booklet of his pamphlet of achievement. Thanks, cuz. That same institution where them and Andrew Holness color up and a fight in front of the court. Andrew Holness still a take credit, say me set it up. But Andrew Holness, same one in front of the court, a fight to strike it down. Make it make sense. It's a good thing Mark Golden did cover the back page and book. Because if you did get a prick out of this, your 3.5, your master, the song and dance, Markland Fagan, the song and dance, what you would have make out of it. Tickle me here, tickle me there. For you and the Crooks, them Prime Minister, hold down the SSL investors and rob them in broad daylight, in plain sight, Prime Minister. You, Nigel Clark, the Crooks and Zachary Hardin, hold down the SSL investors, including Mr. Bolt, and rob them in plain sight. And you've been silenced on the matter for a very, very long time. All of a sudden now, SSL people, them SSL investors, them I get back their money. Where you get the money from, Andrew Holness? Because you have wasted a lot of the taxpayers' money on the investigation and the winding down of SSL. Wind down, wind up, I don't know which one. You have spent a lot of taxpayers' money on it. Even though Nigel Clark was warned, and Nigel Clark hid the report from the public. Nigel Clark hid the report from the investors, upper class Jamaicans. Me not talk about the Bustamante voters, the Bustamante and Norman. Me talk to uno uptown too, because Andrew Holness do no dirty as well too. You think we alone down here so Andrew Holness step on? Andrew Holness did you all dirty as well. I know that when teachers, doctors, nurses, police, soldiers, social workers, public health workers, those in the private sectors, when they hear about the 3.5, joke them with the 3.5. Let us take a break from the Prime Minister and turn to Floyd Green. I'm going to show you a video. I've turned the audio off for security reasons. Judgment! I'm going to show you because some of the people from Southwest St. Elizabeth are calling me up on Facebook when me say Floyd Green no do nothing. Minister dance, rum, and boom, do nothing. Ketep. I'm going to show you a road project of Floyd Green in my community. Good road. Labour give a good road. Good road government. Labour give we good road. When you look on Floyd Green Road, don't look at my face. Look on where Southwest St. Elizabeth people want to color me up over when Mr. Floyd Green not do nothing. Look on good road. Good road. Good road. Southwest St. Elizabeth party people have good road. That's my mother's house. If you look way in the back after the car, past the car, my mother's tomb is down there under the mango tree. Good road. Look on good road. A good road, you know. Good road. Them something a Flight Green fix. This is Flight Green's road project. With Flight Green saying fix. Look on good road. Watch road. A road, sir. Who have road? Oh no, sister. The asphalt after somebody gate in creepy up and come sprinkle. Watch road. Good road. No. Flight Green. We had a JLP counselor called Bull Montague. God bless and rest Bull Montague's soul. Bull Montague was a class counselor. Danny Buck was also a class MP as well. When Bull Montague, a JLP, Bull Montague and everybody a friend. We love Bull Montague. Bull Montague could never lose an election amongst we. Bull Montague na walk on patch road. When Bull Montague and Danny Buck them a fixed road. Danny Buck was a PNP, NP. But when them people they are fixed road, Flight Green, they never do cheat with so. I'm showing it on YouTube. Bevan, sorry. My TikTok audience is not seeing it. When Danny Buck and Bull Montague them do fix road Flight Green, good God Almighty, then do a little respect for it. Flight Green barely come with the asphalt, gas oil and mall, Flight Green. Good road, gas oil and mall. That's how Flight Green fix road. Gas oil and mall. Wait till a shower rain fall. Ketep. Ke bloody tep. Just wait for a little rain. And at this Southwest Central people, I tell me say, Flight Green does same thing. Where no Flight Green a run around and a creep off the road them, a throw them all upon them and a gas oil them. When little rain fall, you know, the whole community are going to turn piot, you know. Just make little rain fall. The whole community turn piot and mud and water. Pitchy patchy here, pitchy patchy there. Bull Sangster still living. Me have to go double check doing. But when Bull Sangster, if me mistake, or I'm wife, me a mistake. One of them did that, either him or the wife. But when Bull Sangster was at the helm of JLP local politics, Bull Sangster never cheat with like that. Adim, are you saying Bull Sangster has died? Or his wife has died? Okay. I'm wife, pass. Sorry about that. But me know one of the couple did. But Bull Sangster, Kathy, how are you? Bull Sangster cheat both labor rights and PNP the same. Bull Sangster now go fix half a labor right gate and left PNP gate muddy. Good carpet. You know, a carpet, the JLP them call it. This is where Flight Green a run around do now. Oh, Bull is your uncle. Bull was a good person. Everybody apparently love Bull. And everybody in the mountainside division love Bull Montague. Everybody vote. Nobody couldn't win. Nobody couldn't win Bull Montague in a local politics. Bull Montague was a good politician. But the thing with Flight Green and Derek Sangster, them Derek Sangster where God of mercy. Well, I wouldn't expect anything from Derek Sangster. Derek Sangster still in my mama yard. Even though Derek Sangster in a Southwest St. Elizabeth politics from 1974. Hmm? From 1974, Derek Sangster in a Southwest St. Elizabeth politics. And to date, Derek Sangster still in my mama yard. So I'm not expect nothing from Derek Sangster. But Flight Green come with an awful lot of night. Because you see, if you listen to Flight Green loudmouth, because the minister have got that. If you listen to the minister's loudmouth, you would really think Flight Green will do something. But let's show you why Dr. Tufton, the hinge and pinge, because this government will be a hinge and pinge deal with it. Now, you have Pernell Charles Jr., dumb and docile though he is, with his, my browser has lost audio. Let me unshare and redo back my thingy. Hold on there. I'm in the wrong media slot. That's where I ought to be. Dr. Tufton ought to have been the one who was placed in, Brenda Elson, how you do? Ought to have been the one placed in the social issues debate. But because Dr. Tufton is unable to answer the social ills of our National Health Service, Dr. Tufton hid away from that debate. Now, Dr. Tufton, which is the market meat Tufton, is turning up to debate in the economic debate. Whereas Dr. Tufton should have been in the social issues debate, and Pernell Charles, who runs the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, dunce and lip clipped as he is, would have more suitable been in the economic debate, even though it would make no difference which debate he come in, because here Emily Jackson said he come, he never even turn up, says Emily Shields, whatever she is. Archbishop Kenneth Richards of the Roman Catholic Diocese. Good morning. Couldn't tell last time you find you see a Dan Webby funeral, you did a Dan Webby funeral with you, isn't it? Couldn't tell last time you wonder if you're still a walk on thief like Andrew. That's why you can call out Andrew, you know, Archbishop or Archbishop. That's why you can call out Andrew. Because just like Andrew Wholeness, anything no bowl, anything, even if you bolt it down and stand up over it and watch it, Archbishop Kenneth Richards, you thief it as well. The whoop of people dead left land. Father Kenneth, where you thief and I build them apartment there from Father Kenneth Richards. You know better than Andrew Wholeness. Father Kenneth Richards is the Archbishop of the Catholic Church in Jamaica. You know, up at the Stella Maris and them thief they up yonder there. Yes, that wicked, thieving Archbishop Kenneth Richards. You think a little land? When you go check out Kenneth Richards, how much apartment block Kenneth Richards have, and ask Kenneth Richards, where you get the land them from, thieving pastor? Where have you got the lands from? Where I build them apartment they're from. That's why Kenneth Richards can't call out Andrew. Kenneth Richards, I have told you before about how Kenneth Richards books out Miss Blissett. Kenneth Richards and Miss Blissett. I've told you before. Kenneth Richards are not somebody. Not because you don't see them in a religious frock and religious crown upon them head. Them a thief. Kenneth Richards, Andrew Wholeness, Darrell Vaz, and the most dangerous criminal in Jamaica come sue me. Come and say, Andrew Wholeness, I go sue Zara Burton again. Remember, Andrew Wholeness, you lost. You lost against Zara Burton already. And if Zara Burton said kissing her father. And if Zara Burton say, you benefited from FinSac, Zara Burton now come out, come talk things what she no well research pan. So yes, run go thing you can go shut up Zara Burton. Remember say you did try to shut up that broadcast and you lose. So go on after Zara Burton again. Thiefing Prime Minister. Let us show you why Chris Tufton could not have entered the social issues debate.
Morning. Reaching out to Marky G, Damian Crawford, and Dayton Campbell. Blessings to each and every one of you. I reach out this morning because it's very concerning. My mother got discharged from, my mother is a retired teacher, retired educator. And I carried her to Linstead Hospital because she could not walk properly and she couldn't hold her bladder, right? And she's just 57 years of age.
Pamela Morning.
So, because she can't see out of one of her eyes, so she had to get early retirement, right? She went blind, out of one eye, partially blind. So, as I said, I carried her to Linstead Hospital to get the surgery, to get them check up on her, right? So I carried to Linstead, to have them find out what is going on, because it's concerning to me how my mommy is just not moving as though she should. After carrying mommy there, they did that MRI on my mother. They sent us to do an MRI, carried mommy to do it. Waited on the result, carried back my mommy and the result. They admitted mommy there. They contacted the Kingston Public Hospital because they don't have a neurosurgeon there. So they contacted the Kingston Public Hospital. Kingston Public, they told them that they had to get a CT scan done to confirm the MRI result. They carried my mommy in the ambulance, get the CT scan done, carried back my mommy to Linstead Hospital. Then after getting the CT scan done on my mother's brain, they carried back my mother and said that my mommy would have to go to the Kingston Public Hospital to see the neurosurgeon. So I asked them if mommy is going to travel by ambulance, right? Because I don't have a personal vehicle. They said no, the ambulance are unavailable, which I'm looking at the ambulance on the compound. And they're saying that I would have to carry mommy to the Kingston Public Hospital, appearing to buy public transportation. So what happened? I carried mommy. So they discharged. So they said that they were going to discharge mommy. So they discharged mommy on the Wednesday, right? And said that the appointment to see the neurosurgeon would be on the Thursday, the following day. So my mother asked them, because we live in Clarendon, right? So my mother asked them if she could just sleep there for the Wednesday night, so the Thursday morning we could make it to Kingston Public Hospital early, right? To see the neurosurgeon, because they explained to us that it's a ticking time bomb. It's a brain aneurysm. It's a swollen blood vessel that's in my mother's brain, that they say if her blood pressure should go up, it can burst and it can bleed out and she can die. So what happened is that mommy asked them if she could sleep there. They agreed for mommy sleeping there the Wednesday night. No, the Thursday morning, I went to collect my mother from the Linstead Hospital and bring her to the Kingston Public Hospital, right? After arriving at the Kingston Public Hospital, I saw that the neurosurgeon, right? Seeing the neurosurgeon, when I looked in her hand, I saw that the IV device was still in my mother's hand. So that was shocking to me. So I went to the Kingston Public. So I spoke with the neurosurgeon after speaking. So I spoke with the neurosurgeon. I bring mommy straight to the neurosurgeon because, they said that is an emergency. So I carried mommy to the neurosurgeon. When they spoke to the neurosurgeon is letting me know that I gave him the referral and everything. He's letting me know that he cannot do the surgery. They cannot do the surgery. And reason being, they don't have the equipment for them to do the surgery. And that is one that is concerning because health is priority. They tell us that health is priority. Health comes first, right? And if the hospitals are lacking the equipment and lacking the proper trained doctors and nurses, that means when persons go to get care, they're just going to die. And this is sad because apparently they left my mommy to die, right? And to know that my mommy is a retired educator and be treated like this, it is really sad. It is really sad. And this is the reason why I choose to vote. Because I'm 30 years of age. I've never voted before. Never voted before. But this I have to stand up and vote because this is corruption. This is sad. My mommy is a retired teacher. There's no way a retired educator, a government worker, should be treated this way, right? Because what the neurosurgeon did at the Kingston Public Hospital, they gave us another referral to go to the UC hospital and telling us that we have to pay over $2 million to get the surgery done on my mother's brain. And we do not have it. We do not have it. And right now, my mom is still having get the surgery done. My mom still has the aneurysm in her brain and it's still ticking, apparently, as what the Linstead Hospital says. So I'm just asking you all,
Brain
please, to
aneurysm is
assist
a
me.
ticking time bomb.
I'm seeking some assistance in this matter, please. And also, please, to improve the hospitals, because the hospitals, you're Marky G, and you see that entire Jamaica is saying you, Marky G. We're fed up. It's been too much. It's been too much. We've been suffering, and like, yo, it's. I'm asking you, please, as our next Prime Minister, Mr. Golden, I'm asking you to please make the hospitals be a priority because we have the worst healthcare system here in the Caribbean. And this is sad. I feel like this is the worst healthcare system because there's countless persons crying. There's countless persons dying. So I'm asking you, please, to when you're going as our next Prime Minister, please to ensure that the hospitals are a priority. Please to ensure that they are fully equipped. Please, Mr. Golden. And I'm asking you all, I'm asking Samaki J, I'm asking you, please, as our next Prime Minister, can you please render me some assistance and help in this situation because I do not want to lose my mother. I swear, I do not want to lose my mother. And this is sad to know that a retired educator is treated like this in our own country that she served. And remember that accidents can happen where it doesn't matter. You could be the middle class, upper class, or lower class. You meet in an accident and have to be rushed to the hospitals to get immediate assistance. And if the hospitals are not improved,
See if you can investigate below, because even though Marky G would probably have seen this, or I hope somebody can send this to Marky G or somebody in a, I think I still have Dr. Dawes' number. I'm going to forward this to Dr. Dawes. Dr. Dawes is on TikTok, he may see it, but they obviously need assistance if they not receive it yet with the expenses to do the operation. But make him finish before me talk on the Prime Minister and tough done. Because you know me a warm up.
That means to say that
you know me a warm up.
Person that need that immediate assistance will not get it and be left to die. So I'm asking you, please, to make the hospitals a priority. please, because this is sad. And one Mark G, man, one Mark G, Damian Crawford, and Dayton Campbell, blessings to you. And God appoint to them, man. Yeah, man. God's a full time now. His people has been suffering for too long. It's been for too long now. God appoint leaders
Okay, I will do.
protect them now. You see me? Yeah, man. And it's the same appoints you, Mr. Golden. As I see that God appoints you, Marky G, as our next Prime Minister. Yes, it's evident.
No matter how you see Labour rile up and go on, Labour supporters are rile up and go on, the whole of us collectively as Jamaicans are feeling a dangerous pinch from this government. Now, this is a government that tells us every day how good the economy is and how they are the best on the economy. But we see in no way, shape, or form where that has trickled down to those in society who really needs it. Now, when you look at the health scare, that Dr. Tufton told us that he has brought the budget from 60 billion to 140 billion. And even with that, the care has become more dismal under Dr. Tufton. You have Dr. Roger Hunter the other day who came out to risk his life and career to tell us that the Jamaica Labour Party death squad of Andrew Holness and Christopher Tufton, supported by Jacqueline DeSacer, whatsoever her name is slaughtering 15,000 of you per year. 15,000. Not one person in government nor the media picked up the story or pay attention to it. For everybody, I've sent it to Dr. Dawes WhatsApp, so me know we have all of it. Nobody in media or in government pay attention to what Dr. Roger Hunter says. With a government running the best economy, junior doctors are up in arms with the government over pay. Teachers, police, all sector of the public worker. Till Dana Dixon couldn't turn up in front of them and insult them for looking for a better pay after politicians gave themselves 300%. 300%. And they think 20% is too much for those who really keep our country together. Well, I don't think he's still working the General Medical Council revoke his license, but that only applies to Jamaica. They can't revoke his license other places. But of course, he would. I would assume he would be challenging the nonsense of it. But this is a government who disrespectfully all the time tells us about how well the economy is doing. But Jamaicans can't see the fruit of it. But let me tell you something, Prime Minister. We're not going to walk, us in the media circle here, we're not going to walk through the world on our knees like Cliff Hughes. We're going to walk through the world on our feet, which Michael Manley taught us to do, Andrew Holness?
I.
The people of Jamaica are feeling the devastation of an Andrew Holness regime. The high cost of living, the high crime, the high unemployment. Because the low unemployment when you hear the Prime Minister talk about is a lie. Go to rural Jamaica. Go to deep rural Jamaica and see if there's any job creation there. Absolutely none. The few job in the tourism sector and the few job in a Panishtown, Kingston, Ochireus, Montego Bay, Negril. The whole of Jamaica can't reach this Prime Minister. The local town centers across the country has not had any job creation. KFC, private sector KFC, the Myers franchise holders, KFC, open a KFC at Black River, and Fly Green and Andrew Holness come, they come cut ribbon and say create 60 jobs. 60 jobs in a Southwest St. Elizabeth. 60 jobs. And that they come down there talk about. How much are we the 60 jobs go share for, sir? So the Prime Minister's crime statistics, the Prime Minister unemployment statistics, like the Prime Minister economic statistics, they're all based on fraudulent mathematics. Because they don't go so. We've ended last year in a technical recession, which the Prime Minister failed to acknowledge. All the Prime Minister do is blame COVID, burial, Raphael, God, anybody except for Andrew Holness. Anybody except for Andrew Holness ought to be blamed for the blunder of Andrew Holness. Young Jamaicans are fed up because what the younger generation aspire to Prime Minister is to help with parents out of the struggle where we see them go to for bring way up. Prime Minister, under you, young Jamaicans are not seeing any way out, and you are failing to forget it. Not for your son, though, because he's in a plush apartment in the United Kingdom going to university. When him papa has never worked a day in his life. Him, neither. Never work a day in his life. But him have multi-million-dollar development in Jamaica and him own company and all sorts. Don't you think the rest of younger Jamaicans want to have the access that Adam and Matthew has, or want some of the wealth that you have stolen from the people of Jamaica to give to Adam and Matthew, Prime Minister? You think young Jamaicans are going to stand by and make you and see Angelitala Mine River, Prime Minister? You Angelitala Mine River? You hand over security to Juliet in our country that Juliet can order with police them for kill dog pa. Juliet can order with police them for Black Road pa Peter King. Juliet can sack Valerie out of. You have hand over this country to your wife, Prime Minister.
I am ACE's Alpha, and I will tell you why not to vote for the JLP. States of emergencies. Do you remember the Disaster Risk Act, where you were locked up for going to the shop and charged 10,000 to 50,000, 100,000 to?
Do you remember that young man who was on his way home? Little bit after 8 o'clock, and police see him on road. Now, after him a drive home, the young man was asthmatic. And the police, them drive back at him and torment him while him a run. And he dropped down dead with the asthma on him way home. These are the things that Andrew Holness put us through under COVID, while Andrew Holness collect multi-millions from international donors, where you Jamaicans, not even a penny. and give £10,000 in an alphabetical order to few people in the country. That's all you get out of COVID. While the same Andrew Holness, one JLP supporter from St. Thomas, tell us that she has to pay $750,000 under the government COVID rules. $750,000.
100,000. Do you remember COVID vaccines that were forced into your arms? Do you remember when he locked off the party and tell us that no party can keep up with him and him friend the upper party? Do you remember? No. Do you remember the billions that went missing from Petrojam? Do you remember the unaccounted $3 trillion that the Prime Minister and Flavor Williamson is telling us not to worry about? Do you remember when the teachers, the police, the lawyers, the doctors, the nurse, everybody had to protest for a salary increase? But instead of giving them a salary increase, he gave himself $18 million on salary?
Yeah. There's a lot Jamaicans that you ought to, amid the political euphoria and the anger of the journal, the vlogger, we're going to lose the whole heap of government contract. You must, when you go to the poll, think about what you have gone through with this government in the last 9 years. How much this government has stolen from the public purse. How much this government and his wife and friends have enriched themselves. How they have enriched themselves out of the public purse. You must think on these things. You can't just go to the poll blindly so with the amount of information that you have. You're not going to the poll with Buster Saltfish and Delroy Chuck bread in your hand. Go there and vote for your children's future. Go there and vote for a better Jamaica. But you can't have a better Jamaica if you vote for those who milk the system. That's why Andrew Holness cannot account for the millions, the millions going through his account and companies. Because he has milked the system.
All right. What do you make a post, you know? Yeah, man.
Oh, I should have
love Jones, man. I mean, I say, boy, some I like Guy River, you know? May I talk about the mining thing from up a hillside? Yeah. When I hear it say, Andrew and his wife have a section to deal with that. When I target what they come like a joke thing, but this is a living proof of what we have to tell you. This is always my nice river when I come down, come all fresh. Early morning, at him 7 o'clock and look on this. Jamaica. You know, sister, the government not really respect. You know, the native, you know, of the land. You know, I mean, say some parties say some craving thing, but come like a matter and not even know what to say, but check it. And a long time we are post against this and we are, you know, and we are ask them to find a solution for this. But everybody does maximize them profit, you know. You see it. No love for Jamaica, you know. We're the best place on earth right now. You see what I go on. Look what greediness. I see something mash up Africa, you know. You see what I go on. I them want come do, you know. Some people, me tell you something, you know. My mother Indian and my father a black man. I mean, I tell you something, say, man, I'm a native of this land. See? And through slavery, we come here. See? Yeah, man, look on the whole flick. Look on the whole flick. Look on the river. I can't even come on the river, come get a shower. Look on the river, eh? That's why I go on. And I do my politics time.
No, remember, this is the same government that deprives us of water. This is the same government that is contaminating or destructing our waterway. One of the main reasons why Andrew Holness don't like Chief Curry, you know, Is the mining where Andrew Holness want go up in the cockpit country go do, which would have caused further and faster destruction to our waterways across the country. That is why you say Andrew Holness, hell-bent, tried to destroy Chief Curry reputation, or tried to sabotage a compound town in all and any way him can, because him never get to dig out when he want dig out in their compound.
And then look for full people, and I can bet so them I go vote. See, for the same people and we are pull out safe vote river, you see it. See all right, I know the way I vex and not even say nothing. I am glad pass on this. See, I'm a brother, watch bridge now come on for the farm. Come and walk through. We don't use something as safe vote. We don't use them thing as safe vote. Eh? Yes, I with pride and joy, them take it from me. You see it. I saw them stay now. You see me a youth and nature, you know, so. Now if you burn them, you know, burn Babylon and them dirty ways, you know. Yeah, man. Now them want to come get the Rasta man honor what day. And the Rasta man, the soul them are going with. Look for water, look for river. Eh? And them on them mining thing because them greedy, craving your style. Sure.
True followers of the gel.
Good morning. The time now, what is it? 8:37 a.m. Yeah? I'm going to come a river to come bathe, you know, and brush my teeth. Because I'm not the water in the pipe because right now in a seafort, when I water gone 1 week time, I not come back to Saturday or Sunday. So you know say, when I full up a little water them, we do a little yard shores and whatever, sometimes the water not even last, so I have to still come over to come bathe. Look for the condition of the water for early in the morning. Wait there. Right now, I wonder if I come river from them. Because this was safe. Because to all the water.
Jamaica, I'm going to stop this and try bring it in a more close-up version. This Andrew Holness regime, and I hold the Jamaica Labour Party MPs responsible for Andrew Holness's crime as well, because Andrew Holness couldn't have single-handedly pulled off the scams and crimes that he pulled off on the nation without the diehard support of his cabinet and members of the Jamaica Labour Party, particularly his backbenchers. Which can speak out against the Prime Minister, but refuse in every way to do so. Those in the Prime Minister's cabinet who disagrees with the Prime Minister can resign to show that they do not agree with or support the Prime Minister's behavior or his calamitous way of operating government. But all of them, hook, line, and sinker. Nora Harris morning. Hook, line, and sinker. All of them go cap in hand with Andrew Holness to the destruction of Jamaicans. Not only that Andrew destruct our lives, but also our environment. Andrew Holness has created caused many destruction too. This was why when they were asked the question on was it the Rio Cobra? They couldn't have answered that question the other night. They couldn't have answered the question on the environment because this Prime Minister track record on the environment is dismal. No, me never come on yesterday, Denise. Lord, I did tired. Saturday night and Sunday night burned me out. Come never go to bed both morning until like 5 in the morning. So it did burn me out. Me just wait for this video properly load up in a studio. I don't know why it takes so long, but it will soon come in. I want to play it in a more close-up version. But I would jump over to this woman because sometimes someone that want to rob the Jamaican voters them to wake up and stop play fool and make government take them for fool. The lady her mouth saucy, but she make a whole heap of sense when she talk. So if you're not afraid of the bad word, just send the children them out of the room because her mouth saucy. What is wrong with my thingy this morning? Hold on. I don't know what is going on in the background here this morning.
Don't blood clot me bias. Who get it? When you go on one go no. I want them come though. When you go on one go yeah. Who get the money? Who get it? I me get it. Is me get it? When you not fight for Jamaica, you not fight for no favorite, you not loyal to a fault. You're not fighting for Jamaica. You're not fighting for no favorite. And me don't talk to no. You not beat me now. Because right now, me that like go take a look at rest. Because who dead already must glad them dead. People tired now. I the fuck. Me don't know about you, but me tired. Me and the government of Jamaica and the people of Jamaica. Me and them fell out. I wanna go yeah. Me and the whole of them fell out. Because me ignorant how the people in the country are suffer. And nothing I do to it. And then them come and go on and I prick you up. Like them doing something for this country. I can't bother with the blood clot people that need discernment. That's why I got me start rep for me. Not rep for nobody but my God. Because him feed blood clot me. Me not rep for nobody but my God. Because him provide for me. Me not rep for nobody but my God. Because him protect me. One yeah. I'm rep for politician and all I want hungry and blood clot. I wanna go and make me I wanna drop out. Me na unite we don't know. Me na unite we don't know. Jamaica need for wake up. The whole I know have picnic. That's why eat me. See a mouth to say yes and no. You know much I want to see when on a rep for a party. I want to see them party. When on a party in a power on a lose on a sun them. Then on a come out come a ball. Me pity that innocent. Why murder? In a PMP government, PMP picnic dead. In a labor right government, labor right picnic dead. Oh, uno, mothers of this country and stand up. Fathers of this country when I stand up. I want to pick them, when I lose, I want to pick them to the system. You know how much I want to pick them, when I lose to the system? You know how much I want to lose picnic to the system? When you're having kids in Jamaica, you must crave for a better Jamaica. Stop be loyal to a fault.
True.
Stop be loyal to a fault and rep on a country rather than repping for individuals. Rep on a country because anyhow, blood clot Lati said she dropped the tongue front of her MP. You see, anyhow, you send this government a message any day. You send the government a message. The whole of Jamaica just drop asleep on election day and watch them blood clot rewrite the blood clot story. Any day, uno send the government a message. Any day, uno realize say the power is in a phone hand. Even the poor RT boss just lick out pan. A phone vote counts the most. The poor, what RT boss said the government now work with the poor, them a work with the rich. The poor people in this country, the most important vote in this country are the hungry poor chatan that are suffering.
I'm out saucy like man, but she's making so much of a valid point. With the wake up and give politicians on go one term in our country if they not perform. God never assigned them to we. So we don't have to bear them up in our arms for eternity. We must get rid of the nonsense of die-hard and tribal politics in our country. This is why Flight Green can come piss pan we road with 2 mile pan we road and piss gas oil pan it and I walk and talk, say, I put in a pamphlet saying fix road. You understand? If we get up out of the nonsense, we've been in it for too long.
All right. What do you make a post, you know? Yeah, man. I love Jones, man. I mean, I say, boy, summer, I'm like Gary River, you know? I talk about the mining thing from up a hillside. Yeah. When me hear say, Andrew and his wife have a section to deal with that. When I target what they come like a joke thing, but this is a living proof of what we have to tell you. This always my nice river when I come down, come all fresh, all early morning, early morning, you know? At him 7 o'clock and look on this. Jamaica. You know, sister, the government not really respect. You know, the native, you know, of the land. You know, I mean, say some parties say some craven thing, but come like a matter and not even know what to say, but check it. And a long time we are post against this and we are, you know, and we are ask them to find a solution for this. But everybody does maximize them profit, you know. You see it. No love for Jamaica, you know. We are the best place on earth right now. You see what I go on. Look what greediness. I see something mash up Africa, you know. You see what I go on. Them want come do, you know, some people.
The reason why I've called Andrew Holness a criminal for a very long time now, in my legal head, a contempt in front of the court of law is a criminal offense. That's why a judge can send you to prison for contempt of the court. The contempt that Andrew Holness and JLP politician hold for the people of Jamaica is a crime. And just for that alone, they ought to go to prison.
Tell us something, you know. My mother Indian and my father a black man. I mean, I tell you something, say, man, I'm a native of this land. See? And through slavery, we come here. See? Yeah, man, look on the whole flip. Look on the whole flip. Look on the river. I can't even come a river, come get a shower. Look on the river, eh? That's why I go on. And now them are politics time. And then look for full people, and I can't bet, so them I go vote. See? For the same people, and we are followed safe Fort River, you see it? See, all right, I know the way I vex and not even say nothing. I am glad pass on this. See, I'm a brother, watch the brother come on for the farm. Come and walk through. We don't use something as seafood. We don't use them thing as seafood. Eh? Yes, they were pride and joy, them take it from me. You see it? I saw them stay now. You see, me a youth and nature, you know, so. I have to burn them, you know, burn Babylon and them dirty ways, you know. Yeah, man. Now them want to come give the Rasta man on our day. And the Rasta man, we saw them go on with. Look for water, look for river. Eh? And them on them mining thing because them greedy, craving your style. Sure.
True followers of the gel.
Good morning. The time now, what is it? 8:37 a.m. Yeah? I'm going to come a river to come bathe, you know, and brush my teeth. Because I'm not the water in the pipe because right now in a seafort, when time water gone 1 week time, I not come back to Saturday or Sunday. So you know say, when time we full up, we look at water them, we do we look at yard, shores and whatever. Sometimes the water not even last, so we have to still come over to come bathe. Look for the condition of the water for early in the morning. Wait there. Right now, I wonder if I come back from there. Because it's not safe. Because to the water brown. To the water look right now, it's not safe right now. It's not safe to bathe in. Me, I wonder what do the mining right now. We don't even take a day through yourself and give we the citizens of Seaford a day, or a 2 day, or a 3 day. Because we need it. We need clean water for bathing. We can't come and mine the river every day and expect, say, it figure. So that's not fear. Fear is fear, right? And let me tell you this. Me a labor right, and me a go talk, I will have free, and God give it a will there, and still the government give it a talk, so we talk. Yeah, so we have to talk. Yeah? Me now I'm going to switch because the people here, let me tell you what people here say. Andrew Wallace's wife am in the river. Now see what up a hillside or wheresoever. Me don't know what part the man in go on or the crusher there. Then if Andrew Wallace's wife own it. Right? So me, I say no. Even if Andrew Wallace's wife own it, them fees me still not gonna talk say Andrew Wallace's wife to say and say if you do the mining, right? Can you take a day out of the week, please? And give us we the citizen of Seaford 4 days and you take 3.
What you must bear in mind that the office of NEPA is under the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, an office that Andrew Holness control and have oversight over. Andrew Holness, who ought to be protecting our environment. It's the same environmental pollution and environmental risk that Andrew was going to create in the cockpit country. If you notice everything when Andrew take, and this is why we have to, as Dayton Campbell said, the integrity torch has been handed to the election workers. Anything Andrew Holness take and them in a bosom or in a pumok, you know it a destruction is coming to it. And with the Electoral Commission in the Prime Minister's office, we have to be extra vigilant. We have to make sure, say, Andrew Holness, no load up no ballot box and go put down a counting office before the ballot them from the voting, the polling division them get to whichever returning office them account them off. We have to make sure so we're vigilant of what happens at the returning office as well, not just in the voting booth. Andrew Holness can go stuff ballot and put down a returning office.
Yeah, because it's 7 days of the week or so. Because we need to go to the river and bathe. And the fishes, we not even can see no fish to catch, no fish, it no look safe. Right now, we're not taking fish in the water. Because to the water that the fish then go look different river fish swimming now. Because the fish that used to the dark water, yeah, them blind. Yeah. But me I say, right? If I saw it off it true, we just I say we want to use the water. We want the mining needs to stop. At one point, the mining have to put on a break for you. Jesus Christ, what could I? Yeah, crying. Why? Yeah, I mean, I say the mining need to go on a break and give way a time for come that we can come out and come bathe. Yeah, and get clean water. Although me not say and everybody brush their teeth river, you know, because sometimes some dead something kind of the water. Yeah, but some people do brush their teeth river. Yeah, like me brush my teeth out, yeah. But me I say, no sir, this people who mine the river, me don't know who mine it. But me just tell Andrew Holness, me government, what the people them say up here, up at Seaford or wheresoever then they say because I will make ear. Say them are saying wife own the crusher and I don't up the river, right? I don't know how true it is because I never Google it to find out who own crusher. Yeah. But as I say, that can't stop me from being a labor right, you know. But that's a chance to write and show me government and say, Andrew, if I saw it, I go on it, no figure, so I tell you, I beg you correct it. Yeah, that's how I can say. Yeah, because if you don't see something, you know, we the true followers of Jamaica Labour Party, I go tell you. Yeah? Mm-hmm. We're going to tell you, we're not hypocrite around here, and we are not boaty. Yeah. So I go, but bossy, see that the river can't use. May I beg you something, maybe I beg you do something about this. Yeah. Up a Seaford, yeah.
So family, tell me something. Is Juliet Holness in her mining? Is she into mining also? Beside the allegations of all these properties that me hear that they got on the island.
Remember saying Juliet Holness did have chuck in the mining region, them a jar sile in it, isn't it? So Juliet Oldness see some money in there just a jar style. So Juliet make sure she go buy a crusher and she do the digging herself. So she do the digging and she carry it out.
Is she into mining? You know what? We need these guys to come out, come answer us, because these guys are collect taxpayers' money. Yeah? We need some.
This is one of the other disrespect of the Jamaica Labour Party. When all these big issues of corruption, mismanagement, stealing, crimes of the government comes to public knowledge, they all go silent. Like to date, Dr. Tufton has not answered to the allegation of Dr. Roger Hunter. Prime Minister Andrew Holness have not answered to the allegations of Dr. Roger Hunter. There's so many things that Andrew Holness ought to go to prison for in our country. So much. What Andrew Holness to go to prison for in our country. Because Andrew Holness has brought nothing but destruction to Jamaica.
Answers on this. Now, NEPA is in the Prime Minister's office. And this is how we not treat our environment, our ecosystem. This is how we want to treat our river. I remember the Rio Cobre was polluted, right? And we're not going to make deal with some man behind the...
Jamaica, land of wood and water. Land of wood and contaminated water. It has become. Because when them no pies and riverways, they mine and them, or the little that left of it, them diverted to the tourism sector. So us rural Jamaica, who we have the rivers, and we had the river, you know. Like my constituency, my community, we have two rivers 5 miles apart. We're the most water deprived in Southwest St. Elizabeth. Where are our water? The economy of the country is so good, and we can't buy no pump for pump water around the country. Every day, Andrew Holness, I lay piping in a corridor. Nothing now come in whatsoever utility corridor. Nothing now come to them, Prime Minister. Sometimes maybe dirty water, or sometimes maybe salty water, but nothing barring that. So is it that the Prime Minister give we river water to the hotel, and I give the people of Jamaica reverse osmosis water, no reverse osmosis, desalinated water, whatever to drink? Jamaica have a lot to think about. Jamaica, good morning. Does anybody have a wheelbarrow and a shovel, please? Does anybody have a wheelbarrow and a shovel can donate? Anybody? Quick. Anybody have a shovel and a wheelbarrow? We need both. Anybody has a shovel and a wheelbarrow? Because we're going to need it. Because to say, when Julian Robinson done with Favour Williams tonight, the only thing you could creep her up with is a shovel. And the only place you could put her is in a wheelbarrow. If you want her to carry to Riverton in a wheelbarrow, it's left to you. But for the debating room, me just want to make sure there's a shovel and a wheelbarrow. It will be a massacre tonight, my people. It will be a massacre. Remember, I'm not going to come. The debate start what in Jamaica? 6 what time it start in Jamaica? 9 o'clock, isn't it? So I'm going to go to bed early to come on about 2 o'clock. You want empty bag too? Me no wanna. Me not bag. Jesus. Whoa. No. Mr. Cool and Deadly, me not bag her up. Me just have pick her up like mal or sand. Show in the what's you ma call it? In the wheelbarrow. You know, like how you take up the sand or the mal and just throw in the wheel as some me take her up. But we have a car, shovel, and wheelbarrow with tonight because that's the only way. People don't have a debate in presence, knowledge, don't have a debate in vibe. Oh God. Why these whole heap of mismatch, Andrew Holness? Hey. You see, when you come to Andrew Holness and Mark Golden debate, it's going to be Andrew Holness. There's going to be two-way Andrew Holness do his thing. He's going to lie on steroid as well as his anger and rage is going to be turned up when him get caught out with the hope of lies, or when Mark Golden show him up with the whole heap of lies, or when Mark Golden call out him fail policy them. But one of the things that Andrew Holness will be coming with in the debate, he's going to be lying on steroid. I mean, he's going to be pumped up. Be prepared for that. When the Prime Minister meet Mark Golden across you see like how Pernell Charles come tell about the new buses, like a 15-year-old, a baby born 15 years ago and start walking straight away as they were born. Yes, Andrew Holness is going to come and tell you pigs do have wings. And if you don't believe me, look in the sky if you don't see pigs flying. Andrew Holness, be prepared for that. But Cesara Burton Provak and him go come with the Finsack waddle, you know. Finsack this, What have you benefited from Finsack? We know Siaga benefited 40 million. The Crosscres walked away with gazillions of it from their Eagle group. What have you benefited, Prime Minister? Zara Burton say you buy a house where you benefit out of. Zara Burton Zara Burton is a person who digs before she chew up the sand in the air for everybody to see it. She makes sure dig and dig and dig and dig. So run go and go sue Prime Minister because the whole other thing to say, you can shut us up with lawsuit or we don't have nothing to gain out of lawsuit. We're just not going to be quiet. We're not Cliff Hughes. We don't have contract with you. We don't want contract with you. We don't have anything to lose when we speak out about you. You're not coming to our party. You're not offering us favor via the tax administration of Jamaica by giving us write-offs. No. Make we owe the country and turn a blind eye. So we don't have no duty to be silent on your crimes, Prime Minister. Our job is to call out your crimes. And we are going to continue to do that right down to the wire. We have to make sure the people of Jamaica remember that there goes a criminal. There goes a criminal. Not we are saying it. The very body that he claims and set up is saying what we have cited based on the irregularities in the Prime Minister finances and the lack of explanation for those irregularities. The only thing we can cite is financial crimes. Financial crimes, Prime Minister. Jamaicans must keep that at the forefront of their minds when they go to the poll, that this Prime Minister regularly is in front of the courts is regularly in front of the courts or is called out by the institution of this country for the crimes against the people. When we say Andrew Holness a criminal, it's not just throwing word at the Prime Minister. It's not because we just so bad mind just so. And even if we a bad mind the Prime Minister, Christian apologetic, Roman Catholic, revivalist. This is why nothing can be done in our country. Because when you know, there's two things that Andrew Holness come with to government. Thieves and dunce. No, three. You can't say also two. Three. Thief, dunce, and criminals. The thief is a criminal, but you know, when the criminal, it added an extra there, the murderers, the pedophile, the gun smuggler like Dr. Horace Chang, the rapists like and murderers. You know, those are the people, and you look carefully of the people Andrew Holness surround himself with. The Jamaica Labour Party has used our country and the offices of our country as a criminal.
The movement of millions of dollars among three companies associated with the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness. Andrea Chisholm has been reading the report and now joins us live. Andrea?
Well, Janella, the update comes as the long-awaited Integrity Commission report on the Prime Minister's statutory declarations was tabled Tuesday in the House of Representatives. Now, we must point out that the report is 171 pages, so we're still going through the details. Plus, there's a special report as well as an addendum and other details. Now, the report showed that the Integrity Commission was mainly focused on three companies associated with the Prime Minister. The three companies that form part of the Integrity Commission's probe are Estate Bridge Development Company Limited, Imperium Investments Holdings Limited, and Positive Media Solutions Limited. All three are linked to Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. Due to the complexity.
Now, Positive Media is used to swindle a lot of money out of the government coffers. You see, all of these stage setting up, lighting, and all of these things, Andrew Holness still get the contract, them, you know. Andrew Holness is getting a lot of contract in the same Positive Media galang in to set up the lightings and all of those staging and things. Those are the things that Positive Media does. Those are the things that Positive Media done. So all of them things here where you see JLP I do and I set up them stage and them lighting and them this and that across. It's Andrew Holness. Stephen Andrew Michael Holness. He's the same one who is getting those contracts through Positive Media.
Of the matter, the Integrity Commission hired an independent forensic examiner to assess the financial transactions between the three companies and determine the true value of the investments. The authorities looked at bank statements involving the three companies. Those bank accounts were held at three financial institutions: the National Commercial Bank NCB, NCB Capital Markets, and Barita. Now, intercompany deposits are.
So when we say leeching, Thiefing 21 family leeching help Andrew Holness to launder money, help Andrew Holness to commit financial crimes against the people of Jamaica. Leeching ought to be investigated with Andrew Holness as well, because leeching facilitated Andrew Holness money laundering.
Among the three companies linked to the Prime Minister totaled roughly $473.2 million. Intercompany withdrawals amounted to roughly.
Mr. Cool and Deadly, Andrew company, them don't have no staff. They're all shell company. They're just there to launder money. They don't have staff.
427.2 million. That's for the period 2020 to June 2023. The Integrity Commission said records submitted for Imperium and the explanations from Dr. Holness do not fully account for the transactions. In addition, financial statements and other documentation from Imperium do not account for the movement of over $72 million from Positive Media to Imperium. Likewise, the management accounts of Positive Media and other documentation submitted to the Commission do not account for the amounts advanced to Imperium. Now, there's also an interesting development with the tax authorities. Tax Administration Jamaica indicated that Imperium filed a nil tax return for 2021 and 2022.
That is not just tax avoidance, which is the legal mechanism that you have to swindle your way out of paying tax, to try and pay as little, as much as you can. That is the legal mechanism, tax avoidance. But then what the Prime Minister is doing is tax evasion. Deliberately lying. Hold your money and see her come and turn off in the shop and put hoodie over your head and swear to God, say, I never him you see. Avoiding you, it could just giving you a story to say, you know what? John Tam owe me the money, and John Tam this time I go give me last week, but John Tam never give me, but John Tam said I go give me next week. Tax avoidance, Prime Minister. But the evasion, Prime Minister, is you turn the other way and pretend that I didn't just spot you coming towards me. That's a crime, Andrew Holness. That is also one of your financial crime against the people of Jamaica. Tax evasion. My question, why a finance minister can't adjust the country about how their money are being spent in Parliament? The problem is unique, Ray. This government, with its lack of accountability, prepares to answer nothing to us, does not prepare to have a conversation with the people on anything at all. If you notice, all of the big issues that surfaces under Andrew Holness government is being dealt with like an ostrich. Stick your head in the sand and wait for the wind to blow over. That is how Andrew Holness government approached all the major issues of his government to do with corruption, mis and maladministration, and downright just negligent of everything they do.
The business did not declare any income or expenses on the form. However, Imperium earned over $5.1 million in 2021 and over $6.5 million in 2022 in dividend, exchange gains, interest, and other income. Expenses for Imperium in 2021 were roughly $9.8 million, and for 2022, roughly $9.5 million. Estate Bridge also filed a nil tax return for 2021. However, interest income was over $1 million. The Integrity Commission is therefore urging Parliament to support the matter being referred to the Financial Investigations Division, FID. The Commission says there can be no finality in the matter until the FID has completed its work.
Yeah, the criminal Prime Minister. We're going to remind you what you will be getting more of if you vote for Andrew Holness. We're going to remind you what it is that Andrew Holness have to offer. Because this is why they have to go in the heart of the noise to release a manifesto, because that's all they had to offer to the people of Jamaica. noise. So, God Almighty, noise. So if you vote for Andrew Holness, it's pretty much more of this you're going to get. Where you buy where you're getting it. Hold on, it tell me on my side say wanna lose the audio. Let me fix back the audio for now. Bear with. Let me put in back the audio. Bear with. The audio should be back now.
Youth and distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Youth and distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I, Steve Graham, council nominee on the Old Harbour Primary Board of Management, I represent Mr. Ramon Fisher, who is unavailable, absent. I happy for this opportunity to greet you today at the 2023 graduation at this School of Excellence. Graduation is a milestone of all levels. For the reason I feel truly honored to be here at all wonderful occasion.
Then me could have be a labor right? Me could never be a labor right.
Excellent. It is great joy. I am here today to assure you all graduates that I know you face a rough task throughout your preparation, your primary school year, especially during the pandemic.
Them can't understand what you say. Cause them don't bright like you. I want to say, open with a quote.
And with all the preparation for PEP, but I have no doubt the series of scare events you encounter endure during the period has only made you stronger and more resilient.
I want to vote for the Jamaica. I'm telling you something, Jamaica. I want to vote for them, you know. And when you buy a shop, whether you buy it and never open the bag, or you're looking at the bag before you buy it and you still buy it, or when you pay for, or when you get. Jamaica, I could never be a labor right.
There's a road ahead.
I want to say, open with a quote. The heights by great men reached and kept.
We're not attained.
But by day,
while their companions were sleeping,
upwards.
I want to vote for them, so they can't blame me.
And that is exactly
For the third term, under the Andrew Holness led administration. All right, my workers, me couldn't go and a big enough. For the third term, under the Andrew.
Arabian, Brethren, Christian and Palestine, Roman Catholic, revilers, coming up.
Yeah, don't stare at my face and don't call me name. Say me I walk and call up people name. I wanna choose them. I don't even have more. I can't go no more of them. I wanna choose them.
Would you repeat what you were saying?
Mr. McKenzie is suggesting that there's a certain level of partisanry on the part of how you allocate certain benefits at the municipal level.
Mr. McKenzie cannot come to this on this platform and say anything like that. What I have done is what he was practicing when he was the mayor. When he was the mayor and he gets the funding from the ministry, he shares it in a 50, 100% basis. He gives the jail team 50% and they take 100%. And it is evident right now that is exactly what I'm doing.
Hold on. That maths doesn't sound right. If you get $100 million, him take 100% and get the PNP 50.
Get half of it.
No, that's not. No. Something
that's what he was doing.
No, but you can't have 150% or something, sir. How much will he take and how much will he give the PNP?
If he gets $10 to share for the councillors.
Yes.
If the PMP would get 100 or $50 out of $10, and his JLP will get $25.
But hold on, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Arithmetic not right. Him get $10. Him get
all right. Let me break it.
So you get him get $10 to spend, right? Total.
And he get $5.
50%, yes.
Yes. Yes.
And the PNP and the GLP and the PNP would get how much?
The PNP gets, whenever time the PNP gets any money, whether $20 or $10, if they get $20, the GLP get $10.
Oh, so
if they get $10, the GLP get $5.
So it's 50-50 share it?
Right.
Oh.
I want to vote for them. And I can't blame me. Them talking in public upon radio, come talk. At school, Anval go talk in front of the picnic them. As Steve Graham got graduation, go read in front of no picnic. So no can't blame me. I want to vote for them. I want to give them title. I want to make them raise them fee to 300%. What have they given to you? You must ask the question. If I vote for this government, in what way will I be better off? In what way will I be better off if I give this government another chance? Andrew Holness have become a billionaire. A billionaire in 9 years. In 9 years, the Prime Minister has become a billionaire. $500 million just a swim between different accounts. So $500 million. That's just a tiny portion of the scam Andrew Holness pulled off on the country. When you want to vote for Andrew Holness, prepare to go to hell in a handcart. That me I tell you no, Jamaica. If you no one put back Andrew Holness in a power, prepare to go to hell in a handcart. Because chariot no go hell. Me never hear Jamaicans of chariots going to hell. Chariots always go up. So prepare to go to hell in a handcart because it will be a slow ride. It will be a slow ride, Jamaica. So if one thing to say, Andrew Holness order a shoot to kill policy against your children, while Andrew Holness don't even making children them school next door. While Andrew Holness is shooting down your children, Andrew Holness' son can buy a house and study at University of England. Andrew Holness' son at the same time can have multi-million-dollar development in Jamaica. And neither him nor his father has never worked a day in their life. You don't want nothing for yourself and no picking it. You don't hear the cute boss say, she and the government and the people of Jamaica, she fall out with the people of Jamaica and the Jamaica government. Because she said to them now do nothing for you. And she said, you don't want nothing neither. When you will suck salt through wooden spoon to make Andrew get rich labor right. Remember, lady that tell us the other day, what's him call her? Rosalie Hamilton told us it was a carefully planned by Andrew Holness and his government to disrespect the people and take with a fool. That is why Andrew Holness has even turned his back on JLP supporters that gave him government Twice. And Andrew Holness still turn him back upon the people them. Andrew Holness is going back to these very same people. Lord Jesus, producer Wayne, don't talk on the old bus them this morning. Left the old bus for another day. With the hope, just hope that favor with talk, Lord God Almighty. Half dead annual. I wonder if you will come out, come run the chance, like our Pernell Charles run one night and come talk about new bus. If you don't want we eat you up, favor. If you don't want we fit chew you up and spit you out, don't come out, go and do it. We know you're dunce. We know you're helpless. We know you're going to struggle. We know throughout the debate you're going to be up against the wall. We know this slow, untrained way for a debate that you speak, you won't be able to get a question in. I would advise your favor. Call in sick. Just like how Emily Shields said, Pernell Charles never turn up. Kamina Johnson Simmet never turn up for the social debate. I think you should do the same. Miss Williams, I think you should do the same. Because you've been there. What will we be paying attention to tonight? Nothing. At least the other night, we had Kamina Johnson Simmet neck ching to look at. At least we could have looked at Kamina Johnson Simmet neck ching. What we're going to look at tonight, there will be not there won't be anything to listen to. Madam Finance Minister, Madam Andrew Corrupt Broom. Because everywhere Andrew Holness mess up and thief out the things them, she send you they go fix him, send you they go fix it. But whatever it is, Miss Williams, one of us will be waiting outside with a shovel and a wheelbarrow, because pick you up tonight, my dear, we will. I want to thank you all this morning for being here on the At a Glance program. Lovely to have your support as always. If you're not yet a subscriber to Global TV, please give us a follow. So when we go live, you will get our notification. Thank you for being here this morning. And remember, we're coming on late tonight. We're coming on about half an hour before the debate starts. The debate will start, I think, 3 a.m. my time. So I will come on a half an hour before that to start chittering and chattering and start dig favor griff. You know, back in the, we don't know for upper class people and so on, and only where they have access to morgue and things like that. But when our old people used to die in our community back in the days, you understand that phrase where they say you're travel, so you're leading up to your death. So what happened in our community back then? When you're upon bed at travel, your grave is being digged. The furniture builder in our community, he's still the same guy doing furniture now. He would start building your casket. And by the time you're dead, them wrap you up in the sheet. One of the same midwife, what we call Grandy, she used to be the death certifier as well. So a lot of what she named Mama Lolo, but we call her Mildred. So a lot of us, Mildred gave birth to. And a lot of us, Mildred certifies dead. Mildred was the one who also certified my mother dead as well. So your sister Mildred was still doing her medical work up until 2013. So when you after you're dead now and you're certified dead, them wrap you up in a white sheet and them put one sauce upon your belly with salt and something another, and then within the next day you'd stay upon bed overnight and set up keep, and then the next day you're buried. That's how it was in my community. The older generation, people never, them time are just old people who were dead, literally. And I'm like I know where Andrew Holness kill you as you're born. And I'm like I know when Andrew Holness shoot you down with milk on your face, you'd will live your life and bend and walk and tick. Then you lay down pan bed and dead slowly. Some people do dead when me are picking it. And now people are dead in a hot blood and in a young age and them sinting there. So we have to prepare somebody have to outside a dig favor grave tonight while we're going to wrap up in the white sheet, creep her up in the wheelbarrow, and off you go with her. Thank you very much. We will see you tonight to rebroadcast the second round of the national debates, where tonight will be on the economy. What a massacre. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that they only sit aside a rob and cheat, and not first and for make up what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a block. Make him a throw and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the front. You might go and stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man, throw and stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Biggie man show us good, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black Biggie man show us good, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man show us good, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.